I'm Dr. Shivaji Andre, Department of Botany, on behalf of Maratha Vidya Prasak Samaj, SVKT Art, Commerce, Science College, Delhi camp. Today discuss about the TYBSc Botany, semester 5th, chapter number 4, Achinogoniate. And chapter title is a life cycle of bryophyte with respect to of their systematic position, reproduction, sporophyte, gametophyte of Markensia. Introduction of the bryophyte. First, what is my bryophyte? Bryophytes are non-flowering, non-seed-bearing plants. There is not a appearance of the true roots, stem, and leaves. These bryophytes, they can be grow in the worldwide. Most of the bryophytic species are grow in aquatic as well as in the marshy places. Certain of the species are amphibians. Why it is called as amphibians? Means certain of the species they can be grow inside the water as well as in the terrestrial regions. Few of the species they can be grow in a desert region also. Then general characteristic feature of the bryophyte. Bryophytes there is an absence of true vascular system. Means vessels are absent. Conducting tissue are absent. Means xylem and phloem are absent. Totally true root, stem and leaves are also absent. There is not appearance of flower and not formation of seed, and hence these bryophyte can be grow in a different region and they are a very small plant. This is also called as a forced terrestrial land plant. Then occurrence of the bryophyte, mostly these bryophytes are occur in moist places. Few of the species are grow in a scarcity of the water or desert region, also they can be grow inside the water. Certain are free floating on surface of the water. Then today we will discuss about the taxonomic position of Markensia, then morphology of Markensia, anatomy of Markensia and reproduction of Markensia. For the introduction of this Markensia, in this Markensia species, this family is represented in the worldwide, it can be distributed about 215 different types of the species are occurring in the worldwide. They are including about in 23 genera. They are including this 255 species in the worldwide distribution. They are deep, very green. Thallus structure is a very deep green. Dorsal surface of this thallus, there is a splitting on surface of the soil. There is formation of their notch at the apical portion, and there is a prominent midrib. Midrib are prominent on surface of this thallus structure, and lower surface there is a small hairy-like structure. Like two types of the rhizoids are present, scaly, and another type is a tuberculated rhizoids are present. These rhizoids are very useful or beneficial for anchoring the substratum. Thallus is a chamber, this is the formation of the chamber. Ear pore is a well developed in above surface. There is a erenchyma, it is called as erenchyma. Air space, very large air space are present in above surface of this group. The sex organ occur in a dorsal surface, means both sex organ, male as well as female sex organs they appear at the midrib region or above surface of the thallus structure. They can be grow to them. The female receptacle is always stalk. There is a formation of stalk, and the basal portion is called as a stalk. Stalk can be developing in the female reproductive organ. Male receptacle is a sessile. There is a formation of cup-like structure. Means there is sessile without their base. Hence it is called as a sessile. Male reproductive organs appear in this thallus structure. In a sporangium, this sporangium there is a clearly distinguished into foot, seta and capsule. Foot means the basal portion here is attached. That means there is a certain long distance, there is a attachment portion, and capsule is the above portion, is formation of the spore or sporangia can be developing to them. It is called as foot, seta and capsule. Both the spore, there is a elater, means microspore, megaspore, means called as antheridium and archegonium. The capsule dehiscence separated of lead or by the wall. At the time of their mature of this sporangiophore, the above surface of this capsule, they can be detached, they can be ruptured, and huge amount of the spore, huge amount of this sperm are released the outside, and there is a separation by the lead, separation by the wall. The grow is the mostly in the moist places. Mostly there is a very essential of moisture is a very requirement also for reproduction also. Without moisture, without water, Markensia or these bryophytic species do not reproduce in sexually. And hence there is a requirement of moisture, requirement of water molecule is very essential. Then there is systematic position of this Markensia. First is the kingdom. Kingdom is a plantae. Division is a plantae means there is a beer the plant means small marsupial plant. Then division is a Markensiophyta. Their class is a Markensiales. Order is a Markensiae. And family is a Markensiaceae. Genus is a Markensia. This is a very beautiful picture of the Markensia thallus structure. Now, in the first picture, there is a very nice, very beautiful formation of cup-shaped structure. There is a very commonly called as a gymma cup containing the gymmy body. And this another picture. There is a very beautiful sketching this diagram about their each of these thallus structure or margin is formation of special their notch formation at the apical portion. And this thallus lobe there is a formation of also prominent midribs are also present to them on this thallus structure. And this apical notch or this midrib, prominent midrib, there is a formation of a gymma cup like structure. There is a formation of their cup shaped structure of the male reproductive organ they can be developing at the midrib portion, at the middle portion of this Markensia thallus structure. Then where they habit and their distribution of this Markensia species, Markensia there is a prostrate, means they are the grow on surface of the soil majority, and this thallus structure of this Markensia is a flat. There is a dichotomously branch. There is a formation of two branches they can be developing. Hence, it is called as a dichotomously branching can be developing by this Markensia species. And these Markensia species are found mostly. All of the species are found mostly in the moist places. There is a requirement of cool place. There is requirement also in the shady places. Means they can be also required for this growth and development of this Markensia species. And this Markensia species, there is surface is a damp soil. Means the requirement of the moisture, requirement of water is very essential inside that soil. And there is stream, or certain of the stream region, certain of the stream of the river, or certain of this small portion of the water flow, that location, these Markensia species can be also grow to them. Certain are the damp river also. Certain of this free floating of species, they are also grow inside the river also. And certain of the species they are the wet rock also. Certain of the species are there is a scarcity of water, that location also certain of the species can be also grow to them of this Markensia species. Then found all over the world, mostly the species there is a grow in the worldwide regions, not only in India but all worldwide this Markensia species can be developing to them. And these are the first land plant. They are very small plant without their conduction of water and mineral molecule, or without the conduction of the food material inside the plant body. It is about in Indian region. In India, about 11 species are occurring in India. Mostly species, most of them are occur in the temperate region. It's Kashmir as well as Himachal Pradesh. Most of the species are occurring to them. Few of 1 to 2 species are distributed in the other part of the region of the India. But mostly they can be grow. Most of the species are grow in the Himalayan region and Kashmir region. Mostly in this three of them they are the occurring, or they are the three of the species are distributed in the other part of the India. Then there is external feature, external characteristic feature of the Markensia species. This Markensia species there is a thallus structure. The thallus is a dark, green, fleshy and flat. And these thallus structures mostly the species are dichotomously branched, and there is a dorsiventrally there is symmetry. And thallus mostly there is a branch or certain there is formation of the lobe, which is called as a notch. They can be developing at the apical portion of this thallus. This is a very broad, very thick their structure of this thallus, and central their prominent their midribs are present in this thallus structure. The notch of at the apex portion of this thallus of the Markensia means prominent notch. Prominent this notch they can be developing to them at the apical portion of this Markensia species, and this notch is located with growing point. Means there is located for the growth, continuously grow to the surface of the soil, on the dorsal surface they can be grow to them in the flattening portion. This upper portion is a polygonal area and called as a areolate. Areole means what is meant? There is the presence of the air chamber. Air space are present inside that space. It is called as the areole. A little cup shape like structure on the surface of the dorsal surface of the midrib region, and that region or that cup shape structure, it is called as a gymma cup, or it is called as Jimmy. And this Jimmy cup, they can be also very useful or beneficial for the reproduction. This is a grand flat multicellular structure of the body called as a Jimmy. These are the multicellular, many cell structure of the Jimmy, and they are also flat structure it can be developing to them. When the detached Jimmy gives rise a new plant at the time of their favorable condition. Certain type this Jimmy cup or Jimma, there is a very useful or beneficial for their propagation or reproduction for their next generation. This thallus structure produces sexual stalk. It is called as the umbrella-like structure. They can be developing to them. They are the food seta and capsule-like structure. There is a certain umbrella-like structure. Above portion is the umbrella-like structure, or this is a reproductive organ. They can be developing on the surface of this Markensia species. These are called as a gametophore. Means male gametophore and female gametophore. Male gametophore is called as a antheridophore, and female gametophyte is called as archogamete or archegonia. So, this antheridophore and archegoniophore, both of them they can be developing to their different branches. One side of the branch they can be developing of the male reproductive organ, another branch they can be developing of the female gametophyte on this dorsal surface. This bear this antheridia and archegonia, and antheridophore they can be developed, they can be produced by antheridia, and archegoniophore they can be produced or they can be developed by archegonia or female gametophyte. Bear in their different their thalli, different their thallus structure. These both of the sex organ they can be developing to them. Then lower they are elongated, and there is a single cell hair-like structure outgrowth, and there is a rhizoid-like structure they can be developing at the lower surface of this Markensia species. And this lower surface is a tuberculated as well as in the smooth scale rhizoid they can be developing to them. There is a very useful or benefit for the anchoring the substratum and also absorption of water and mineral inside the soil. Rhizoids these are the two types of smooth wall and this tuberculate. This tuberculate are there is a also called as a peak rhizoid. They are the very thick wall. This tuberculate rhizoid, and there is a very useful for absorption of water and mineral molecule. And another is a smooth wall rhizoid. They absorb also water and mineral, and they can be also they attract. They can be fix the substratum also on the soil surface. Another thing, there is a very useful for this scaly, and they are separate from the beginning. There is a scaly-like structure at the time of beginning. After they can be developing to this smooth scale rhizoid and their tuberculate rhizoid. There is a very vertical transverse section of this Markensia species. This is a transverse section of this Markensia species. There is a lower and upper epidermal cell. In the above upper epidermal cell, there is a presence of their very aerenchyma, areolae, it are present to them, and it is called as a air chamber, and there is a presence of their air space or air pore. In above upper epidermal cell, there is a very compactly arranged to each other, and there is a presence of certain of these their gap. It is called as a air pore. And above portion also there is a photosynthetic region. They prepare their own food material. They can be prepare this food material, and they can be storage at the lower portion. It's called as a storage region or storage cell. And at the lower epidermal cell, there is the presence of their two types of the rhizoid, smooth wall rhizoid, and these are tuberculated rhizoid, or also called as a peak rhizoid. They are present at the lower epidermal cell of this Markensia species. And this lower epidermal cell of this tuberculated as well as their smooth scale rhizoid, they can be very useful, very beneficial to them for absorption of water and mineral molecule. Then their internal structures of this Markensia, there is a defined, there is upper and lower epidermis. We will detail discuss to them. Upper epidermis, there is a presence of the air chamber, air space are present to them, and lower epidermis, there is a presence of their two types of the rhizoids, scaly rhizoid and smooth scale rhizoid. Upper epidermis form their photosynthetic region. They prepare their own food material. Hence, it is called as the photosynthetic region, and they are the greenish and their flat-like structure. These cells are present in upper portion, and they prepare their food material. They are this they are slightly thicken their outer wall. Outer wall is very thick and lower portion of the wall is thin. Then the epidermal cells are there, few are there is presence of their chloroplast cells are present. These chloroplast cells are there is a very useful or benefit for their preparation of their own food material. Then internal structure of this Mertensia wall are there waterproof. Means the outer wall, these are the waterproof. There is a, do not any hazard for this wall or decaying. There is certain specific their layer they can be developing to them. Hence it is called the waterproof wall they can be developing to them. Mainly they are the protecting function. They protect to them by the epidermal zone, epidermal side. They can be protected by this plant body without their decaying, without their destroying this plant body. Then epidermis are their special, their ballast shape structure can be developing to them, and this ballast shape structure, certain of these space are also present in this above surface of this plant, and hence called as the air pore are also present to them. Then each air pore they are surrounded by 4 or 5 their cells are can be arranging to them. Then pore wall lie in the half below the epidermis. There is a pore, there is a aerenchymatous cell, there is a just below there is a presence of there, and there can be below, means just below this epidermal cell there is a presence of this air wall or air chamber they can be developing to them. A star shape this canal is a remain in open. Then star like structure they can be opening to them. It is called air space or aerenchyma. And the stomata are always absent on the surface of this plant body. Then photosynthetic region just below this aerenchymatous cell or aerenchyma or epidermal cell, just below this called as a photosynthetic region. This photosynthetic region is beneath the upper epidermis. Just the epidermis वरती काय असते, this is a photosynthetic region. Just below, just there beneath, this is a photosynthetic region. They can be prepare their own food material of this Mertensia species. From the floor of each chamber arise in photosynthetic their filament. These photosynthetic filaments are also present inside that chamber, and this photosynthetic is the maximum in a dim light. Means the low light there is a maximum photosynthesis are occurring in this bryophyte plant, but in a intensity of light is high, there is a stunted this photosynthetic preparation of the food material. Means at the low intensity light there is a require for preparation of their own food material of this bryophytic plant. Then just photosynthetic region, just below there is a presence of the storage region. There is a very large number of the cells there is present to them, and they can be store the reserve food material inside that storage region. Just below this photosynthetic region, and thicken in their center there is a very thick and is a uniform tissue. All of the cells are uniform, similar their structure, and they are relatively large, and there is a very colorless. Means all cells are colorless. Means they can be only they can be store the reserve food material inside this storage region. Then isolated cell may be in the contain a single large oil body. Means they can be protecting to them for water. When outer periphery of water they can also protect by this oil, and there is a so many cells they contain their single large oil body. The former cell called as a oil body cell, and the microbodies, these are microbodies, and a system of cytoplasmic tubule. In this oil body there is a cells are present, they can be carried to them, they can be conducting to them, and they can be releasing to them also. Then next they point about reproduction. Mertensia species they are reproduced into their two types, they can be reproduction occurring. First is the vegetative type of reproduction, and another is the sexual type of reproduction. We will discuss about one by one. First is the reproduction of the vegetative type of the reproduction. In a vegetative type of reproduction, there are also distinguished into three types. First is the fragmentation. Second thing is the formation of adventitious branch, and last is a gymi formation. It is called as a gymma cup. We will discuss one by one. First is the fragmentation. Aging of this vegetative cell. After certain of the age, certain of the plant body, certain of the part they can be decay or destroyed to them, and there is a formation of small they are fragmented by this thallus structure of the Mertensia, and this part of this Mertensia species, each part of this thallus structure we can be distributed for other certain of the location, and when at the favorable condition, means moisture, temperature, when they are the favorable, at that time these fragments they start their germination, and they can be developing into their new individual plants. Aged cell of this Mertensia, here this is the basal of this part of this thallus. This is the rot. Rotting means they can be destroying to them, and the destroy part, or they can decaying cell, and remaining of there is a certain of this plant are like a dichotomously branch. They can become they separated from the each other, and this dichotomous branch after certain time, certain duration, they can be detached of this lobe, detachment of this certain of the part of this Mertensia, and at this favorable condition, this detached part they can apical notch, and they can be developing into their new individual plants. Next thing is the formation of the adventitious branch. In the Mertensia species, there is a formation of this adventitious of the branch at the apical portion. They can be developing to them, and this adventitious branch, they can be certain time, certain duration, they can be separate out, and this adventitious branch, they can be also developed by new individual plant, new their species, they can be also developing to them. These branches, when they are detached by their decay into their few their individual cells, certain of this cell in between this apical notch, they are separated, and this separating this branch, and these separating branch, they can be grow to them. This it is called as the adventitious their branch, adventitious root like structure. This adventitious like structure branch can be developing to them, and these branch they are separate out, and when this is separate this branch at a favorable condition, means favorable condition means there is essential of moisture, essential of water molecule, and they start their germination by this adventitious branch also. These are another types of their reproduction. The next type is the Jimmy formation, or it is called as Jimma cup. So of the thallus structure, there is a formation of the Jimma or cup-like structure. This is our beautiful this picture. They are showing this Jimma cup, and they can be developing at the midrib region or dorsal surface of the thallus structure. Formation of this multicellular body called as a Jimmy. They are multi-cell structure. They can be developing to them. It is called as a multicellular structure body. They can be developing by this Jimmy, and developing of the upper surface of the thallus. Mostly all the Jimma cup they can be developing at the midrib region or at the dorsal surface. Developing of this inside the litter, and there is a shallow cup-like structure or shallow cup-like growth they can be developing to them, and this shallow cup or this Jimmy they can be also reproduce, or they can be propagated into their next generation. So many Jimma cup they can be developing at the midrib portion, and they can be also propagated in their next life, next their generation for their propagation in new individual plants. Jimmy are the small green, they are a disc-like structure, and this Jimmy structure is the cup, they are the cup-shaped structure. There is the presence of the mucilage, huge amount of mucilage here is like structure, they are the present inside that Jimmy. This Jimmy, there is the water, they are provided due of to get a swell, they get swelling out, and they can be detached from their mother body. And when they detach by this mother body of this Jimmy cup, and they can be splitting, or they can be separating out from the certain of the distance, and after certain time, certain of the favorable condition, the Jimma cup they start their new propagation or new individual plant. They can be also propagated to their developing to them. These are another is a very reproductive structure is the male and female thallus. On the dorsal surface or the apical notch, there is a formation of their food seta and capsule-like structure, or there is a very nice umbrella-like structure they can be developing to them. This one is Archigoniophore, they can be developing by the female thallus, and Anthridiophore, they can be developing by the male thallus. They can be, there is a very beautiful this picture. Then there is sexual reproduction of this Mertensia, position and distribution of the sex organ. Mostly the sex organ of the Mertensia are born on their vertical branches of the thallus, or at the apical portion of the thallus, these sex organ are developing to them. Sexual branches are apical or they are terminal in position. At the end point, at the apical notch position, these both of them, but different the thallus structure. Both of them can developing at the apical notch. They can be developing the male reproductive organ, another the thallus structure of the apical notch, they can be developing the female reproductive organ called as a archigonia. These are rhizoid in this groove of the anterior side. The Mertensia are mostly they are the unisexual. One of the Mertensia species they can be developing the male reproductive organ, and another species they can be developing by the branches, they can be developing the female reproductive organ. This Anthridiophore, the sexual reproduction of the Mertensia, Anthridiophore, they are very developing of this stalk bearing there. They are terminally, or it is called a disc-like structure, or it is called as a receptacle. They can be developing by this male reproductive organ. This stalk is either more or less they are cylindrical. Basal portion of the Anthridiophore is called as a stalk, and they are the cylindrical in structure, tube-like structure. On this 3 cm they are long, and contain many rhizoid and scaly. They are also very useful for attachment for the substratum. They can be developing at the basal portion. Then milk receptacle is they are flattened, means a flat-like structure they can be developing to them, and also they are the lobe or disc-like structure can be developing to them. In upper epidermis, with their hair-like structure, they can be developing on the all plant body. I mean, there is a small pore they can be developing to them by this male reproductive organ, and they are deeply sunk in this upper portion surface or upper surface of the each lobe of this antheridia, or there is a developing to them in the apical portion or notch portion of this Marchantia. You know, this Marchantia species, each antheridium lie in a flask-shaped structure, like conical like flask-shaped structure. They can be developing at the apical portion, and basal portion is called as the stalk. They can be also developing to them. And this opening, at the time of the opening of this antheridospore, is called as the ostiole. When at the mature this ostiole, there is a small aperture, it is called as the ostiole, and it is releasing huge amount of the sperm or antheridophore they can be releasing to them. The structure of the antheridium, you know, antheridium is an ovoid object. They rise on this short multicellular stalk they can be developing to them. You know, structure of this antheridium, there is a body of the antheridium to be in the floor of their antheridial chamber. They can be developing to them. And after this developing this antheridial chamber, there is a encloses a mass of androcyte, huge amount of mother cell they can be developing to them, and each mother cell is splitting out mitosis or meiosis are occurring to them. There is a multi-layer structure of the antheridophore or antheridophore they can be developing to them, and each androcyte mother cell they divide to form to their androcyte, or this is called as a sperm they can be developing to them. And this androcyte, this sperm, there is a very nice formation of two types of flagella they can be developing to them. There is a very beautiful longitudinal section, or this is a cross section of this androphore. This is the first picture, first two picture is a longitudinal section, and third picture is a cross section of androphore. There is a looking very nice there, air chamber, air pore, ostiole, means opening of the antheridophore is called as the ostiole. There is a very nice they can be developing to them, and also this is called as developing by this scaly-like structure, or this is the antheridial disc they can be developing to them. Rhizoid at the basal portion of this thallus structure they can be developing by the rhizoid, and the stalk of the antheridial disc they can be developing to them. And ostiole is a very well known about the ostiole is a opening of the this antheridophore, or this is a sperm they can be opening called as the ostiole, and this antheridial wall they can be developing to them. And also this antheridophore, there is the presence of their stalk and their basal portion they are also developing to them. And this is a cross section of the antheridophore. There is a very nice also looking like to them. There is a air pore also present, air chamber they can be also developing to them, and asymmetric filament also they can be developing to them. At the lower portion there is also looking like the rhizoid. There are different types of rhizoid they can be developing to them. Then another there is a section development of the antheridium. How they develop step by step. First there is the formation of single cell divided into their two cell structure, upper cell and lower cell, and they covering to them by this certain epidermal cell. And after this cell, lower or upper epidermal cell is starting their division. Mitosis can be takes place to them. And this primary antheridial cell can be developing to them, and lower cell and is the primary this stalk also can be developed to them. After a certain time, certain duration, this antheridial cell they divide and redivide. There is certain of the chain-like structure. This two cell is converted into their four cell structure, four cell into their also 8 cell structure. And lower portion of the cell there is a converted into their stalk cell structure, and above portion of the cell or a notch-like structure, notch portion they can be developing by antheridial cell. And the stalk or this lower cell with stalk, there is the attachment where they attach by to them. And after a certain division, means single cell divided into two cell into four cell into 8 cell into their 16 cell, 16 into 32 6 cell. In that manner, so 32 into 64 cell. In that manner, they can be continuously divide, continuously division are occurring by this antheridophore. And after this, there is the formation of the outmost covering, it is called as a jacket. They can be protecting to them. This is the primary androgonial cell they can be developing to them. This androgonial cell, and it is called as the ostiole, opening of this androecium or the antheridium, it is called as the ostiole, and antheridial their wall they can be also developing to them, or this is called as the antheridial chamber. they can be covering to them. This is called as a jacket, anthedial jacket they can be developing to them. And this enterocytoid mother cell or anthedial cell wall, they can be developing. This is fully mature to them when at the time of the water is a very essential for when the maturest anthropod or anthedium, when they detach at the apical portion or the jacket, they can be detached to them or anthedial wall can be detached to them, and inside is so many thousands of this sperm or this sora, they can be releasing to the outside. This is a very nice picture of the stages in the spermatogenesis, means formation of the sperm, formation of the male gametophyte. First is the single is the androcyte mother cell. They divide and divide. This is the special of the mitosis and meiosis process they get takes place inside that a single cell structure. This single cell, one single divided into two cell into four cell, and these are their mitosis or meiosis process they can be developing in the prophase, anaphase, telophase, and lastly the telophase are occurring to them. The separation of the cell are occurring to them. And this androcyte mother cell they can be developing to them. This androcyte mother cell, there is a formation to them, and there is a formation of prominent nuclei, and there is a formation of the blepharoplasts. It is called as the blepharoplasts are present to them. There is also developing up to certain time, certain duration. There is a formation of the two flagella. Means these two flagella are present in this very nice developing of this flagella, and flagella is sperm of this flagella, which is very useful or beneficial to them. Very long this flagella. One is useful for the motivation or direction of the movement, and another flagella is used to floating on surface of them. They can be very used or beneficial to. And lastly, there is a formation of this two very beautiful. This is a picture of this sperm of the Mertensia, and they can be fully mature. They can be released on surface of the dorsal surface of the Mertensia, and they pass through their female gametophyte. And student assignment: write the general characteristic feature of the Mertensia. Second is write the reproduction of the Mertensia. Then introduction of the Mertensia. Mertensia will detail discuss about their introduce to them, where they distributed in the worldwide. Mostly these Mertensia species are distributed in the worldwide region, and most of the species, they are the about 215 species, they are distributed in the worldwide. About 11 species are occurring in the Indian region, and they can be studied by Kashyap, and they can be studied to them in the Himalayan region, and 3 of them are distributed in the other part of the India. Mostly these species are grow in the Himalayan region. Then external and internal characteristic feature of the Mertensia. Mertensia are external, they are very nice. Their flat-like structure, means the dorsal ventral they are flat-like structure. Lower epidermal side, there is a formation of their tuberculate, and there is a scaly this rhizoid they can be developing to them, and these are tuberculate or scaly rhizoid they can be used for anchoring the substratum. Plant body is a flattened-like structure, and internally in above portion you can take a transverse section of this thallus structure. Above portion there is a formation of prominent, there is a air space or air and chyma are present to them, and certainly the air and chyma they can be developing by the both sex organs can be occurring at the dorsal surface, and prominent midrib are also present in this Mertensia species. And reproduction of the Mertensia, they are reproduced in the two types of the reproduction. We will discuss in the today's lecture. The first is reproduction, vegetative type of reproduction, and another one is the sexual type of reproduction. In a vegetative type of reproduction, there is also distinction. There are 3 types of reproduction. First is the fragmentation, second is the formation of the adventitious branches, and lastly there is formation of the gymme or gymma cup. And we will also discuss about their sexual reproduction. In sexual reproduction, they are distinguished into well development of the male and female gametophyte. Male gametophyte is known as a Anthidiophore, and female gametophyte is known as a Archegoniophore or Archegonia and Antheridia. We will discuss about their in the next lecture about development of the female gametophyte of the Mertensia, how the development of the different stages of the development of the female gametophyte is called as the Archegonium, and it's after this development of this Archegonium, after the fully this male and female gamete they can be developing to them, they can be also detailed study of the fertilization of the Mertensia. How do we fertilize to them? These are male reproductive organ. There is a presence of 2 types of flagella. Long flagella are very useful or beneficial to them for motivation. This flagella can be used for locomotion from one place to another place, from the male reproductive organ to the female reproductive organ, and this flagella can be very useful or beneficial to them. After this male gametophyte can be attached at the Archegonium, at this neck canal cell, and after they can be releasing this flagella and they insert by this nuclei inside that archegoniophore. We will detail structure in this fertilization of this Mertensia, and lastly we will discuss about the life cycle of the Mertensia. We will discuss detailed structure of the sporophytic generation and gametophytic generation. Gametophytic generation is dominant over the sporophytic generation. Thank you so much.